Can you drink the chalice that I am going to drink? Today we celebrate the feast of St. James, one of the 12 apostles. Together with his brother John, along with Peter and Andrew, he was one of the first disciples whom Jesus called. He was also chosen to witness some of the most important events of Jesus' ministry, like the Transfiguration and the Lord's agony in the Garden of Gethsemane. So who was James? What was he like? We know that, like his brother John, he was an impetuous man. So much so that Jesus nicknamed them sons of thunder. For example, when the people of Samaria didn't receive Jesus, they asked, "Lord, do you want us to call down fire from heaven to consume them?" Another time they dared to ask for the privilege of being seated right next to Jesus when he came into his kingdom, one on his right and the other one on his left. Then, when Jesus asked them, "Can you drink the chalice that I'm going to drink?" they answered, "We can," without hesitation. And James did. In fact, he is the only apostle whose martyrdom is recorded in the New Testament. James's boldness didn't hinder him. In fact, God used it to make him a faithful witness of the gospel. Tradition says he ventured as far as Spain to preach the good news, and he was so effective that even today he is revered as the patron of that country. There are so many ways you can share the love of Jesus as St. James did. You can offer to help serve those who are hungry at a food bank. You can prepare the children in your parish for First Communion. You can offer to pray with a distressed coworker. Even saying "God bless you" to the cashier at the grocery store can make you a witness. You may not always be met with a positive response, but that's when boldness comes in, when you go back out and try again. Take courage from St. James's example. He was persecuted and ultimately martyred, but he knew the Lord hadn't abandoned him. Jesus will never abandon you either. So today and every day ask the Holy Spirit to fill you with His grace to proclaim the goodness of the Lord. St. James, pray that I can become a bold witness to the gospel. 2 Corinthians 4:7-15. Psalm 126, 1-6.